Hi, this is Vrinda, and today we'll talk about why the Supreme Court has told a sitting minister of the Madhya Pradesh government that he will have to face consequences for his statements. We are talking about Vijay Shah, a sitting minister of the Madhya Pradesh Assembly, an 8-time MLA who on the 11th of May made comments which linked Col Sofiya Qureshi, the face of Operation Sindoor, with the terrorists of Pahalgam. And this was done simply because of the fact that she is a Muslim. So this is the level of public discourse that we are talking about and which is coming from elected representatives. The comment was made on the 11th of May, and then the High Court of Madhya Pradesh took suo motu cognizance rightly and has since called these comments, has termed them gutter level language, and I think that's quite fair, to be honest. On the 19th of May, that is today, Monday, the Supreme Court held a hearing in the matter and has told the minister that he cannot wriggle out of this statement that he's made and its consequences simply by apologizing. The court has asked the minister if his apology is just another case of somebody shedding crocodile tears. So this is the level at which elected representatives in this country are operating. This is after the messages of unity and togetherness and a national pride that we've been given for days on end. This is what comes at the end of it. But I'd like to go a bit backwards into where the statement came from and what the courts have said since then. So on the 11th of May, the statement is made. The police does not register any case in this matter for 3 days. There is a lot of uproar that happens, but no action is taken. So on the 14th, the Madhya Pradesh High Court takes suo motu cognizance and takes up the matter. The court comes down upon the police very heavily and it asks the police to file an FIR immediately within a span of 4 hours. Following that, an FIR is registered, but the FIR is so weak that the court has to ask the police has to challenge the police on that FIR. The police does not even mention the speech that the minister had made. So what is the point of such an FIR? This is how impunity is systemically created. This is how accountability is evaded. Chief Minister Mohan Yadav said that the government will do what the court has ordered. But why did his own government not take action in this matter? Why did the BJP not ask for his resignation? After the statement is made, the minister is not answerable to anybody. He issues an apology, and then when the High Court intervenes, he goes to the Supreme Court to challenge that order, which had asked for an FIR to be lodged against him. So when the matter is heard in the Supreme Court, Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Augustine George Massey, they are hearing the matter, and Justice Gavai asks a question as to how responsible ministers of the government can make such statements. And then Justice Augustine George Massey asks the counsel for appearing for Vijay Shah. He tells them that a person holding such a constitutional office is expected to exercise a degree of restraint. Now these are important statements, but it is also crucial to remember how in the past elected members, elected representatives, responsible ministers of the government, of various governments, have made statements that have targeted minorities, have targeted Muslims, have targeted women and Dalits, Adivasis on multiple occasions. A culture of impunity, a culture of absolute recklessness in the statements that are made has been created, has been legitimized, has been sanctioned and even rewarded by the BJP over the years. Remember what happened in the case of BSP MP Danish Ali, where Ramesh Bidhuri from the BJP abused him in open parliament in front of everybody, and then he did not face any consequences for that. He was actually rewarded by being appointed the election in charge for the BJP in Rajasthan. So the message has been abundantly clear over the many years that have preceded today, that if you abuse somebody for their religious identity, if you target someone just because they are Muslim, you are not going to be punished for it. Earlier demands were made for Vijay Shah's resignation, but now there are news reports that are citing sources who are saying that there is no question of Vijay Shah's resignation now, because the matter is now in the court's observation, and there is an SIT that has been formed. But does the BJP not feel that it should take an action against such a horrible remark? Imagine if such a statement had been made by somebody from the opposition parties. Imagine if an MLA or an MP from Congress, from the Samajwadi Party, from TMC or RJD, imagine if somebody had made such a comment from those parties. What would the reaction have been? The Godi media channels that we watch would have run big headlines over how this particular mantri, neta, whatever, has made this horrible remark that is completely against the message of unity and togetherness that the country has been standing up for. But now there is complete silence. The Supreme Court has had to now formalize the setup of an SIT that will consist of 3 IPS officers, none of which the Supreme Court has had to mention, none of whom should be part of the Madhya Pradesh police. This is the level of confidence that the Supreme Court has in the state machinery. That is why leaders and ministers and fringe leaders who are actually not really fringe get away with remarks and attacks against minorities, because there is an entire system which ensures that they never see the consequences of their remarks. And such a remark is not a one-off incident, as I said, but it's also important to remember that such remarks pave the way for furthering the targeting of individuals on the basis of their religion. And these targets then don't have to necessarily come from the level of government. They can come from amongst us. These targets then take place in our drawing rooms. They take place in our schools, where children can be abused, where children attack fellow students. Students attack fellow students because of their religious identity, where doctors refuse treatment to somebody just because they are Muslim, where admissions are denied, and where street hawkers and fruit vendors are barred from entering colonies because they are Muslim. It doesn't happen suddenly, it doesn't happen one day. So it's a good precedent, I believe, that is being set, that the Supreme Court has taken such a strong stand against this remark, that the Madhya Pradesh High Court also took a similarly very strong stand in this case. But it is pertinent to remember that this has gone on unchecked for so long that it's not really surprising after a point. And even now, in the case of Vijay Shah, he's been given relief from arrest till the SIT files its report, its status report in the matter, and it remains to be seen what the SIT will find. But think of the fact that when such a statement is made at a time when the country is going through such a tense situation, somebody thinks that they can get away with such a statement. Think of that fact. It just shows the confidence that has been injected into this kind of communal and very sectarian, very toxic politics. During this time, think of another case, the case of Professor Ali Khan Mahmudabad of Ashoka University, who wrote a simple post, a very regular post actually, on Facebook, where he was talking against war and was actually targeting exactly this kind of hypocritical attitude towards unity and togetherness, when on the ground we actually see that every day we come face to face with leaders, people who are holding ministerial office, who can make such statements against the community and get away with it. Professor Ali Khan Mahmudabad is currently arrested, and Vijay Shah has not even been asked for a resignation. So this is the state of affairs that we are in. So this is our new channel, Nai Sadak. Please do subscribe to this, and I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.